Okay. The software seems to be a bit less responsive. Just we'll wait for 1 minute. Let me see. I'm just trying to start the screen presentation. It is giving a little bit of trouble. Just okay, now it is fine. Okay, now you are able to see the screen, right? The green screen is coming.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So today what we will do is last class we have covered till green revolution. Today we'll cover some aspects of this animal husbandry and few other general points. For your examination, okay, we will have the chapters till the nervous system and circulatory system. Okay, it will be there. Health and hygiene, and this one will not be included. So we will have till the nervous system. So today we'll wind up this one, and maybe from the next class, okay, until when we have classes, we can do only the revision part. So today we'll just wind up this chapter. Okay, we'll look at some aspects of the animal husbandry. Okay. So animal husbandry, what it means? That means we are feeding, shelter, taking care and breeding the domesticated animals for the purpose of obtaining some food material or for getting some work done. Okay, so there are the different types of animals that come under animal husbandry. Okay, one is the cattle. Okay, so all of you know the cattle are like cow, buffalo, goat. Okay, these are all examples of cattle. Poultry. Okay, poultry, what it includes? Poultry includes the hens. Okay, so though it is given here sheep and goat. Okay, so sheep and goat can be kept along with the poultry, but in poultry we only include the hens. Okay, the bird species, then beekeeping, sericulture, and draught animals. Okay, this particular chapter is of importance for various examinations also, and in your next classes also it will be useful in your reduced syllabus. Okay, which is not included in your exam. We will have till the nervous system. Okay, and in the next class what we will do is we will start the revision. Okay, from the last chapter, that is from the nervous system, we will start the revision. So for the next class what you can do is you can prepare for the nervous system chapter.
Sir, when we will have our exam?
The date is not yet decided. Okay, so from ninth to 12th class, okay, the dates are given and they will have the examinations in February. Okay, so most probably whenever as it is decides, I think it will not be too late, no, anyway. So every year we have a certain academic calendar, so definitely we'll try to keep up with the academic calendar. So therefore you can prepare, okay, because the final exam will have the complete syllabus, right? So you can start your revision from now. Okay, so what we will do is that from the next
But the
class,
final exam will have the complete book.
definitely every year, every class you have in that way only, right? In final exam always you have the complete syllabus, right? You won't have partial, half syllabus or something. Okay, so complete book means the reduced syllabus. That's what I told you. The reduced syllabus means, for example, here we will have till nervous system. Okay, till nervous system we will have the all the chapters. Okay, so next class what we will do, we will do revision. From this chapter we will start nervous system, circulatory system, like it will go backwards. Okay, we will revise in that way, because end of the chapters, final examination, end of the chapters will have the more weightage, so we will start the revision from the last chapter. So what you
Sir,
can do is, yes
sir,
sir.
examination. It is that, sir. It is confirmed that examination will be the written
I no
examination.
no no no, there is no, I am only telling is that you have to be prepared. Okay, I am not telling that
Yes,
there
sir.
will be an examination, there will be a written examination, there will be online examination, offline examination. I am not telling anything. I am only
Yes,
telling
sir.
is that we have to be prepared for the final exam, because now you are in the 8th class, right? Now you will be moving on ninth class, you are getting close to your board exams. Now you should pick up
Yes,
your
sir.
tempo of preparation when you are going for your examinations. Okay, so because of the lockdown and all these things, we should not allow ourselves to become less serious with our studies. Okay, our writing practice should be always up to date. We should not reduce our writing practice. One year when we are not writing, no, only online exam, then what happens, even the students are finding difficult to write one page they are writing and their hands start paining. Okay, that should not happen. Now we are going to a higher class, next higher class, we should keep on practicing now. Okay, so what I want to say is that in the next class we will start the revision from the nervous system. Okay, backwards we will do. So you can prepare the next class for the nervous system. We will solve some we will do some revision exercise questions. Okay, and in that way let us start preparing for the final exam, so that you will be up to date by the time when and
So you
how.
can ask oral questions related to
So basically,
nervous system.
what I will do is I will have slides. In the slides there will be questions. Okay, one side there will be question, one side will be blank. I will be showing whether it is a multiple choice and so on. Okay, you can answer in that way. I may also give you a PDF file. Okay, I will share with you a PDF file, and I will give you 10 to 15 minutes, and then we will come back and answer and discuss those ones. So either way we can do it. Okay, so that we will decide in the next class only. So from your end, what you do is you prepare for this chapter, and so that before the exams you will be totally free and you will be confident that you have covered your syllabus and you are up to date. Okay, today what we will do is we will just skim over this chapter. Whatever is remaining we will skim over it. Okay, this particular chapter is of interest even for various competitive exams also. Okay, so just we don't want to leave it out. Okay, let us just go through it. Okay, so in the case of poultry, the hens are included. Fish farming is known as pisciculture. Pisciculture. Okay, what is fish farming known as? It is known as pisciculture. Beekeeping is known as apiculture. Okay, sericulture means silk, silkworm. Okay, what we are doing here, we are doing cultivation of the silkworm in order to obtain the silk. So for example, Bhagalpur is also famous for the silk, right? So what happens is that there is the caterpillar which will eat the mulberry leaves. Okay, these are the plant leaves. Okay, it will eat the mulberry leaves, and at a certain stage in its life, what will happen? It will start producing a cocoon. That is, with its saliva, it will totally close itself like this, thread. Okay, and it becomes what you see, a cocoon. So this cocoon, after it has completely formed, it is kept in boiling water. Okay, and this thread is removed. Okay, so this particular thread, this is a fiber. It is a fiber, no? This is a fiber. Silk is a fiber. This is the silk. Okay, the silk is a fiber. So this fiber we are going to use for making the various kind of textiles like saris and so on. Okay, so what is this? Is it, do you think it is a cellulose? Is it a carbohydrate? Is it a protein? What is it? Okay, so when we look at plants and all, no, they are made up of cellulose, correct? Cellulose fiber, whether it is the cotton or it is the jute and all, but here the silk is a protein. Okay, so whenever you think about a silk saree, what it is made up of? Is it made up of a plant material? It is made up of the protein fiber. Okay, the draught animals include the bullocks, camels, elephants. Okay, they are able to do the heavy work. Next, there is also the, I think someone's microphone is on. Please switch it off. Huh? Milk yielding animals are also known as the milch animals. Okay, so India is a large producer of milk. Okay, so we have both the indigenous breeds of cow, as well as what we say is the exotic breed. Okay, indigenous means we can say it is the local. Okay, and exotic means it is the foreign. Okay, and then there is the another category which are known as the crossbreed. Okay, so indigenous means which is local to that particular area. Okay, it does not mean that it is from India. If it is from Australia, then also we say that it is indigenous to Australia. Okay, so indigenous means it is local. So for example, in India, the indigenous breeds are like Gir, Shahiwal, and Red Sindhi are the common breeds. In exotic ones, Jersey, Holstein Friesian, okay, Brown Swiss, these are. But the problem with the exotic ones is that they give a lot of milk, but they require that kind of maintenance, cold weather. They need because they are from the other country. So that is why, to get the best of the both, okay, the disease resistance is very good in these local varieties. So both of these are crossed to get the new varieties like Karan Fries and Friesival. Okay, so in this way the different breeds are there for the cow. In the case of buffalo also similar is there, but there is a difference between the milk of the cow and buffalo. The buffalo milk, it is rich in the fats, okay, high fat content. Because it is having high fat content, then what happens, they are able to get a better money per liter of the milk, because it will produce more cream. So the price of the milk depends upon how much cream it is producing. So the buffaloes are preferred because they are able to produce the high content of the cream. Now the feed for these cattle include the two parts. Okay, one is called the roughage, okay, and other is the concentrate. Okay, roughage means it includes the plant fibers, whatever hay, straw, grass, all these things are given. Okay, they are not rich in energy there, but the cow is able to digest it. Okay, humans cannot digest grass, we cannot digest grass, okay, or the straw, hay, fodder, all those things we cannot digest, the cow is able to digest. Okay, that's why we say that these are ruminating animals, so they are having the bacteria in the stomach that will help in the digestion of these kind of things. Okay, but they are not having lot of energy. To get the energy, okay, and to get the higher fat content of milk, the buffaloes are also given what we say the concentrates. Okay, these concentrates are nothing but like wheat, okay, wheat and all is there, so make a coarse powder of that one. Okay, so we say like a dalia, so it is that kind of thing. And then there is the oil cakes. Okay, oil cakes means, for example, mustard is there. Okay, so mustard, from the mustard when we extract the oil, so whatever that solid part will remain, that still has some oils. Okay, and it is also rich in protein and other minerals. So that oil cakes are also given as a concentrate for these cows and buffaloes, so that they are able to increase their fat content. Okay, and other is the molasses. Okay, so what is molasses? From the sugarcane juice, okay, then we are trying to obtain the sugar, right? So in that process, there is some amount of waste material, the brown kind of waste material, liquid material, that we are not using for our consumption purpose. So these can be given to the cattle, and they are very rich in energy. Okay, so these things are there. So besides these milk yielding animals, or what we say the milch animals, okay, they are the draught animals. Okay, draught animals are, they are going to do the heavy work. Okay, like what we saw about the green revolution. Okay, India is also a agricultural based country, and therefore we always try to increase and our agriculture production. So in green revolution, we are trying to increase the production of the grains, right? Mainly grains. We are focusing on grains in the green revolution. But in the white revolution, what is the main target? The main target is to increase the production of the milk. Okay, there is the other one that is called the blue revolution. Now currently the government of India is trying to promote the blue revolution. So the blue revolution is to increase the production of fish. Okay, so as you can see, this is mainly for carbohydrate. Okay, at the time India was facing the problem of starvation. Okay, there was famine, so then we need the carbohydrates. But now we are very self reliant in the grains, we don't have much problem with wheat, rice and maize and all those things. Okay, grains we have plenty. But now we need to focus on the protein. So what India is trying to do, increase the milk production, that is the white revolution. And now the other source of the protein, that is the fish, that is the blue revolution. Okay, Next, some of the, in addition to the milk production, that is milch animals, the next one is the meat providing livestock, includes the goat and sheep particularly. Okay, there are the different breeds. Poultry, okay, poultry, now there is the bird flu is going on in some parts of India. Okay, in poultry we have the two types, one is the egg laying and one is the for the purpose of meat. Okay, so both of these types of the poultry are different. Okay, the egg laying ones are known as the layers. Okay, this breed is different from that is we are getting the meat. So these are known as the broilers. Okay, this is the broiler breed and this is the layers breed. Okay, how they mature, what is their kind of food there is given to them, all of this will be bit different. Okay, the fish farming is also known as the pisciculture. We already saw this, no? Pisciculture. Pisciculture. Okay. So there are the different types of breeds of fishes are there. Okay, and they are providing the different types of nutrition. Okay. Similarly, we are having the in sericulture and apiculture. We have looked at the different aspects. Okay. Now, in the case of apiculture, so generally what farmers do, they will have some kind of this kind of boxes. Okay, and the boxes will have some kind of honeycomb structure. Okay, they will have some kind of honeycomb structure. Okay, so these locations where these are kept, they are known as the apiary. Okay, apiary. Apiary is nothing but the location where these bees are kept, and the commercial production of the honey by keeping these honey bees, okay, is known as the apiculture. In addition to honey from apiculture, we also get bee wax. Okay, bee wax is a excellent quality because with a much lower temperature it will melt. Okay, so mainly for ointment purposes, okay, preparation of various ointments, we use the bee wax. Okay, wax are also different type, petroleum jelly, petroleum wax, there are different types are there. Okay, different products we can get wax, but the best part about the bee wax is, one is it is quite natural. Okay, the other thing is that it spreads very easily, it will form a very fine layer at almost body temperature, it will be melting. Okay, so it is very good to use in the ointment, preparation of ointment. Okay, so in brief, we have covered the rest of this chapter. Okay, so in the next class,
Excuse me, sir.
yeah,
Sir, so chapter 1 to 6 is there in our syllabus, and 7th and 8th chapter are already there. Right.
let me check and tell you what is it. Yeah, 6 and 7. Six is the nervous system, right?
Yes,
So
sir. So chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are there in our syllabus.
correct. 7 and 8 is not included. Okay, 7 and 8 will not be there in your final exam. Okay,
Okay, sir.
till nervous system, from first chapter to nervous system number 6, it will be there. Okay, so now what I am telling is, if you will get a what you say formal message will be coming from the school, also you also have the reduced syllabus one. Okay, so our next class, what we will do, we will revise the chapter nervous system. Okay, we will revise the chapter nervous system. Today this I don't know. Yeah, thank you. Now it is. Just let me take the attendance. Yes, any other doubt is there, you can ask. Okay, I have taken your attendance. Okay, so I will see you all in the next class, and please prepare for the nervous system chapter. We will revise this chapter. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.